Welcome everyone to Price Action Live at TradersPost for September 10th, 2025. I'm one of your traders, Tom Hartman, alongside Mike NQ Sniper Christensen. Although we should call you Break Even Christensen. Is that supposed to be the
these last few weeks? It feels more like break even. I don't know that I'm sniping anything out yet. I think today I'm going to pump the brakes and I'm really going to look for the best setup today. So today I'll be a sniper. How's that sound? Let me live up to the nickname.
Up to 4 days a week at Price Action Live, we trade in front of you using the advanced trade execution engine known as TradersPost, the epic software that upgrades your trading. Whether trading stocks, futures, options, or crypto, TradersPost has got you covered. And today we're using prop firm accounts. Mike, inflation data is out.
Well, tomorrow. Today was PMI, right?
Yeah, well, that still counts as...
Okay. I mean, it's a little bit of a hint. I think the bigger news is going to be tomorrow, but the PMI data was promising.
Yeah, actual is down 0.1%, forecasted 0.3%, previous 0.7%, which means America's back on the menu, boys. All-time highs insights for SPY and NASDAQ, Bitcoin rising from the ashes like a phoenix, and let the good times roll. Who cares about employment numbers? Who cares about revision data? What matters is, I don't know.
I guess the inflation data.
An excuse for markets to go up? Wants to go up?
Potentially. Well, I have two more Apex accounts I've added to the list here. I'm going to get these activated. Let me share my screen and I can walk through how this is done. Tom, I think you did this yesterday, and it's a nice, simple process here on TradersPost. Let me share this screen. So I'm just going to head to brokers, head to my Apex trade funding account, and magically two more new ones are going to show right up. So I'm going to give those appropriate names and then enable them. And then very quickly, I'll see here in this subscription list here on the what was that, sixth column, that's the number of subscriptions that I have in place. And as a reminder, subscriptions on TradersPost are essentially a connection between your broker account and your strategy. Everything starts from the strategies though. So now that I have these two new Apex accounts, I need to make sure that one, the default settings for my strategy are ready to be applied to any new subscriptions that I make. And then I can get that subscription created for those new accounts. So the first thing I'm going to do is create two new subscriptions for those Apex accounts on the chop scalping strategy. This is the one where I just take 20 points of take and 20 points of stop. So I'll subscribe. We'll add in the new 68 account. I have to make sure that I check auto submit and enable this strategy. By default, the strategy subscriptions are not set to auto submit automatically. So you have to always remember to check this box for auto submit. And one way to confirm that all your strategies are ready to go is to click on the strategies, then click subscriptions, look at the list of all of your subscriptions and confirm that you see a green checkbox for enabled and a blue icon for auto submit. That means that it's automatically going to get submitted to the broker account. If it's not set to auto submit, let me turn one of these off to show you. And I save this, you will see that it says manual submit. And if it says manual submit, then a trade will come in from an external signal, whether it's TradingView or wherever you send signals from, and it will require that you manually approve those incoming trades. We obviously don't want that. So we got to make sure everything that we add is ready to roll and be auto submitted and it's enabled. So I have one more to add here. I'll go back to chop scalping. I'll add another subscription. We'll add in the 69th account. I burned through a few on the Apex side. And enable. And then I have a scalp strategy. I'm going to add two more of those. And I think I'm going to take a little more risk on just these two accounts. So I'm going to set the fixed quantity for my scalp strategy to 2 and enable this one. I almost forgot to auto submit that one.
That's funny. I was doing the exact same thing in my account.
Sometimes you want to get there a little bit faster, especially with these evals. The only way to get there faster is take a little more size, but try to manage that risk in the process. Hey, Aventura, how you doing, man? Good to see you here. All right, so let's add the other one to the scalp strategy. We'll go subscribe. 69, auto submit. I'm going to up the position size to 2. Oh, not 12. That'd be a fun day.
Instant pass.
12 in queue at a time. That's one way to get there in a few seconds. All right, 2 more. This is the all account strategy. I'm going to add 68, auto submit. This one I'm going to set to a position size of not 13, but 3 per trade. Happy hump day. Hopefully today's a happy hump day in the markets too. We can get over the hump of being break even these last couple days.
This break even is not a dirty word. Better than
It
most.
is for me, Tom. I want profits every day. No, I'm kidding. I want managed risk more than anything, and I've done okay at that over the last 3 weeks or so. But I need a big win day, and we had it. I'm still a little salty about last Friday. I only took 1/3 of that move, and we need another move like that.
Are you close to passing any accounts? Is it any possible where
About
a trade
25%
today?
of the way there on most
Okay.
accounts. Yeah.
Nice.
So we got some room to go.
Well, just be long America every day and you'll be fine, I think.
One would think. But it seems like, again, and this happened again today, a lot of the move takes place before the market opens. And that happened this morning. We're up almost, 60 basis points. And the market's about to open. If there's any continuation from here, it might retrace to the overnight high or the electronic high. And maybe there's a long from there, and maybe there's a short from there too. We've got some resistance lines to check on in just a moment. I think I've got all my strategies and subscriptions ready to go, 18 across the board. Let me just run a quick calculation. And I'm going to share my Apex screen so you guys can see my active P&L as well. Oh, Tom, I need to grab my water.
No worries. And Ventura, I'm wondering if you're long or short today in sentiment. I guess we have to be long in sentiment. Look at that bullishness. Hard to imagine, especially as we're headed into September, October. We're 7 days away from the Fed meeting. What do markets say we're going to have? What's the probability for a cut? I mean, we're basically going to have a cut.
Oh, did the CME Fed Watch tool come back up?
It came yesterday and we were at 90%.
90. Yep, still at 90.
I'm curious, what does Polymarket say? For my bet for 50 basis point cut, that's what I'm looking for.
Are you making a bet on that?
Oh yeah. Okay.
I like it.
Absolutely. I love betting on the crazy odds, because then when you get the payoff, it's just so, to make 10 times your money, 100 times your money off of something like that. Yeah. So my bet here that I put down for Fed cutting by 50 basis points is now up 184%. So I could sell right now and be in profit, but I'm not going to do that because I still have, it can still go up almost 7 times more than that if it works. So if that report comes out on the 17th at 2 p.m. and it says 50 basis points, I am a happy camper.
What's the risk reward on that?
Well, my risk reward is 16 to 1.
Wow, what a bet!
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but you could buy it right now for about 5 to 1.
Understood. Okay, let me redraw my lines here because we've had plenty of price action over these last couple of days. I did get the updated range from the options market, which showed a potential high of 23,947. We blew right past that. They're still showing the low at 23,730, which is my previous S1 line, but now we're going to have to move some of these lines around. So we've got the all-time high. I'm going to put this honestly, R2 isn't even relevant anymore. I'm going to put R1 at the top of the wick, and that would be today's potential resistance is the top of this overnight move, which is roughly at 890. There's a little bit of potential that we could come back up and retest that from the open. We'll see what happens with the first few candles, but we're already in overbought territory. So I'm kind of relying on the idea that maybe we have a short-term pullback. Support now is at 23,895, and support 2 would be roughly 23,800. Do you have similar levels, Tom?
Well, that's my problem. When we are oversold, I'm
Overbought?
far more. Sorry?
Overbought?
No. If we are oversold,
Yes.
then I'm far more comfortable taking the long.
Right.
When we are overbought, I find it very difficult to short from over there because it's like, okay, you can just
you don't want to get stampeded by the bulls, right?
Absolutely. And then you have I didn't even check what the gamma is like right now. You can just have that momentum to the upside because of how the options market is priced. In fact, let me go take a look at the skew there.
Let's take a look at the options skew as well as any other indicators of a continuation from here.
Okay, so we have here, okay, so we're even more skewed to the downside than we were before and less to the upside. So the gamma should not be very high to the upside, which means we could get a pullback.
Okay.
I'm here looking at here the implied volatility smile here.
Mm-hmm.
So we have more because the premium is higher. The further you go down, it means that those options are more expensive and less expensive on the upside. So you don't get that gamma ramp that you would get if the price is moving lower because people are already protected.
Got it. Okay, so maybe there is a bit of a pullback here from the open. It's obviously going to be a big gap up from yesterday's session close. How big are we talking here? Well, it should be about 55 basis points. Yeah, 55 basis points. So we'll have a nice gap open. We'll watch it around VWAP, and we'll see if maybe we close this gap down to 878. If we push back down to 878, that's actually a little bit lower than my current S1 line, but it essentially would come down to S1, and then we would see if we push further from here.
Do you remember that candle on the 5th of September there where we had a similar move up in the overnight and then open was just this bloodbath afterwards?
Yeah, that was my missed move on Friday. That was the one I'm salty about.
So that setup that setup feels like what we have right now.
Fantastic. I would love another Friday. Please give me another Friday. I'm going to max out my profit on all my accounts today.
And we're even more, actually, no, we're just about as, maybe a little bit less overbought. So I guess I would be inclined to go short, especially since we have this weekly level. We haven't actually broken out of this consolidation range from this top-end pattern that we've had since July. Mm-hmm. So we're still pretty much in this range here. So a move down to, let's say, 23,463, even as far as 23,259, ultimately, like over the next couple of trading sessions, would be what I'd be looking for.
All right. So where do you think we close today? What's your bet on and forecast on total close for the day? Given that our range of our current candle is already between 928 and 24,042, I think we still close outside of this candle. The question is, do you think we close lower or higher than the current candle on the 2-hour?
Lower. I think we close at 23,820.
820.
Or sorry, I think the low of the session is 23,820. What happens after the low of the session, I'm not sure.
Interesting. So that actually would be a pullback all the way to the weekly VWAP.
Correct.
Got it. Okay, bets are on the table then. You guys can take some side bets on Tom's prediction. I also think we're likely to see a pullback just because I think there's going to be a fair enough gap here. I think most of the move took place already. We need to retrace a good portion of this move. So in general, the lowest I expect it to be is somewhere around 940, 950, but I think we could close lower than that around 893, definitely outside of the current 2-hour candle. I'm not so optimistic that we close above because I agree. I think this is similar to Friday's news and Friday's price action. Most of the overnight move pumped upward, and we've got a retrace that'll need to take place. It could flush out some of that bullish activity and just be a technical retrace. There wouldn't be any particular reason that it pulls back other than technicals, unless there's like news that couples with it, that we just need Trump to tweet one thing.
Oh my God. I just love the time we live in. It feels like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
That's an interesting comparison. I like it.
All right, we're 30 seconds away from the open. Get our engine started.
Are all your strategies enabled?
Yep, I leave them on. I only disable the alerts.
Living in the Wild West over there. Also, for the few of you that are watching here, any thoughts on market direction today? What's your bias, bullish or bearish? Are we going higher from here, or are we going to close this gap?
Whoa, look at that. That's more volume than yesterday.
Holy cow, we've already closed half the gap. Fascinating. That was a sell-off.
Headed right towards VWAP.
Okay. I mean, I was going to wait a few minutes, but this is the kind of opening price action that is so hard not to want to participate in.
Yeah.
I'll at least wait for the 1 minute candle.
I'm going to see if there's some pullback, but it doesn't look like it. Nope, I'm getting in.
Wow, that's a lot of it's a lot more sell-off than I anticipated.
Oh, I jumped into the short. I ain't waiting. Although I hate shorting at VWAP, but whatever. If it pulls back, I'll add to it.
Is what it is. All right, I'm going to put a little scalpy trade on here. Let's see if I can participate and not put too much risk on. I'm imagining it might retrace most of this candle, though. I might get stopped out too soon.
Right. Music is too peaceful for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, yesterday you had sort of a Christopher Nolan time ticking song going that was actually pretty nice. We should get that one going.
Peter tells me sometimes the music is makes him too anxious.
Peter is bullish. Okay, let's see how that plays out for the rest of the session.
Well, now I have to short if Peter's bullish. Because there's nothing like winning and proving your brother wrong. God, I hate him so much. You know what I mean?
I mean, my brother and I had our bickering when we were younger, for sure. I get that. All right, that little top scalp is in profit. I made $40 on each of those across all the accounts.
Awesome.
Off to a good start.
All right, I can pull my stop loss.
We bounced kind of off of yesterday's high, so I want to pay attention to that line. That's at 921.
We're below 15-minute VWAP. Let's close below EVWAP and make me happy.
Plenty of room to the downside. Very bearish opening candle.
Ooh,
I would have loved to caught the top of that candle, though. I had no idea the first minute was going to be that aggressive.
Yeah. Makes the 2-hour candle look brutal.
No kidding.
All right, short-term bounce on the 1 minute. Let's see if this does that full reversal thingy. or if I can add to my short.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to retrace some of that opening candle now. I have a little scalpy line set up at 977. That's a good question, Peter. Let's take a look at the Apple chart here.
Do you want an iPhone Air now?
Not great. Surprisingly, not great news, it seems. We actually Apple actually gapped down.
Yikes. Ooh,
okay, I'm going to give this a second. I'll be right back, Peter.
All right, I'm looking to get back into that. Let's see here.
All right,
we're not
I didn't
closing
catch
it.
that scalp.
Yeah.
Oh, I did say Peter. Wow. Sorry about that, Tom.
No.
I just realized I said Peter. I meant Tom.
No. My nightmare revisited.
Please tell me this is something that happened with your mom or your dad or something like that, where they would call you guys by the wrong names at some point. And not because they couldn't tell you guys apart, but because mistakenly just said the wrong name.
They just couldn't be bothered. My mom would always call us Peter Tom.
I just combine them together.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I was like, why don't you ever just say Tom Peter? Because
Peter rolls off the tongue a little easier.
Wow, that's okay. If we retrace to 23,990 and love that short.
I'm feeling the same way. I still have a scalp short opened at 77.
You got it at 77?
I'm not yet. It hasn't hit it yet.
Oh, I see.
It's just a little one though. It's just the 20-point take.
Actually, that is a good price to get in there.
It's just half of the opening candle. I'm anticipating that we're above VWAP now. This candle looks like it's trying to close above VWAP, which would make me think we could be bullish and retest at the R1 line. But if it pulls back from here, then I'm ready to start going short.
Right.
Yeah, I might try it here. I didn't catch my trade, so I'm going to go ahead and try to take it here. Let's see if we can close below VWAP, and I'll start building a short position for the rest of this potential move. But I want to see a nice close below VWAP now.
What's your session VWAP at? What's the
session VWAP at 955?
55, okay. Oh, there we go.
That's a flash. That's what we want to see.
Mike gets it? No, Peter. No. I brought you into this world and I could take you out, Peter. The problem with Peter is that he has never, ever been mean to me. Ever since I've ever known him, Peter has always been absolutely wonderful, which is the thing that aggravates me.
Classy move, Peter. Classy move.
Everyone loves him. He's friends with everyone. He was always the cool kid. Everyone loved him. I can't stand it.
You're still a cool kid, Tom. Right? Is this it? Is this the move I was hoping for? Do I get a repeat of a Friday, Tom? Please tell me I do. I'll take it all day long.
I think you do. If we break here below the, really close decisively below the EVWAP, I don't see how we reverse this.
I'm doing it. I'm going to go ahead and start this position. I like it right here. I already have my max profit set in these accounts as well. So if I reach my max profit for the day, which is calculated by the maximum amount I can earn in a day without violating the 20% consistency rule, then those accounts would just be triggered and I'm done for the day in those, and I don't have to do anything more. So the aim is to hit max profit today.
Our boy Mikey here is talking about max profit now. That's how good he feels on
That's
this
how good I feel.
Wednesday.
I feel pretty good about this, mainly because there's still a gap to fill. There's some points to the downside. We had a nice big move. We were in overbought territory. These candles are very bullish from on the 5-minute candle. I like it. 15 looks pretty bearish as well. I said bullish, excuse me, I meant bearish, just like I meant Tom and not Peter. We can push down from here, but we got to break these support levels here at the 920 line. So let's keep an eye on it.
Peter says allegedly Russian drones in Poland airspace. Polish citizens asked to stay home. Does that affect markets?
Possibly.
Yeah, could.
I mean, that raises uncertainty for sure. What's the fear of greed index say today? I would assume, I assumed greedy, but we got neutral today.
Yikes. Is that updated daily or is it just running?
I actually think this runs all day long.
Okay.
Because it's based on so many different inputs. You've got the S&P over its 125-day moving average. That's slower term. 52-week highs. Then you have the stock price breadth. So as price moves intraday, this can affect this price breadth indicator. The 5-day average of put and call ratios, if that moves substantially in a single day, that can affect that one. The volatility can, of course, spike and move above its 50-day moving average. There's safe haven demand in the 20-day stock and bond returns. And then junk bond demand can also spike. So things can happen intraday that would affect that indicator.
Oh, nice.
I would call him my mentor and friend, Jason Meshnick, who's a fellow CMT. And I worked with him at IHS Market, is the one who invented that fear greed index back in the early 2000s.
Nice. All right. L on the 1 minute, so I can get a pullback. I think I would add again if we get to 23,944.
Not the exciting pullback I'm hoping for yet, but I'm going to go ahead and add to my position if we break this line or pull back up to VWAP. I'd like it to pull back.
Yeah, that'd be ideal.
And just remain below VWAP here. Then we got to get past the 896 support 1 line.
896. Yes, 896. Oh man, and after 896, it's look out below.
That's right. That's what I'm hoping for. Not that I want to bet against America. Again, the market's going to go up over time. Just give me my intraday short. That's all I'm looking for. I want that prop payout, baby.
What's good for your bank account is good for America. That's how you have to see it.
Exactly. I'm just going to spend the money, right? This is all going back to the economy. Everybody's happy. Oh, what a graceful thing for Peter to say. He said Tom is the smart one.
That's never been the soothing balm he's always meant it to be. When I'm stuffed in my locker, just being like, oh my God, what is happening here? Okay, so am I going to get my pullback to VWAP? I think so.
On the 15-minute chart, and we got a minute 29 before we open the next candle. So I want to give it a few minutes here to see if we can get a continuation. I'm about ready. I just took leg 2.
Same here.
Let's see what happens here around VWAP. Can we get rejection off of VWAP and then see a nice push down for the day? Maybe, maybe.
Yeah. 53 seconds. Let's see the story of this candle.
All right, so this particular candle is going to be our determiner. We got 40 seconds left on the 1 minute, but we also have the same 40 seconds on the 15-minute candle. And as Tom and I have observed, this is often where people will wait for the first 15 minutes of the open before they get involved. Given how bearish this candle is, this could be an area where sellers start to step in and participate.
Yeah, we're flirting with that doji on the 2 hour right now, which obviously is just a very young candle.
Yeah, look at that guy. That's a pretty candle.
All right, I'm optimistic. We're rejecting off the 15-minute VWAP, the EVWAP, a bunch of moving averages.
Okay, that's a close below VWAP and rejection off.
And I got to add in my second leg.
The strength of the down move isn't all that strong just yet. I got a Pearson's R of 0.74. I'd like to see it a little bit higher.
You're gonna get it. It's gonna just drop out. You're about to pass all your accounts in the next 15 minutes. Get ready.
I'd love it. I will take it. I'll hit max profit on all my funded accounts, and that'll get me that much closer. And then if I can pass a few accounts today, maybe. Maybe. If this move really goes, I'll just keep adding legs to it. And we might be able to pass a lot of these Apex accounts today.
Well, I wonder if we should be long Bitcoin, because look at that move. Bitcoin is just rising. It's about to hit the weekly level of 114.3, which is I've been waiting for.
Interesting. A nice divergence too from the stock market. You would think that it would fall in step here, but it found a nice support there off of 110 on the daily.
That's right. Well, the shorts, there's so many shorts on the Bitcoin side that you can get I mean, just a 25% move up just to clear them all out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the dollar is starting to fall.
I was looking at the 15-minute for the dollar, and I think the falling move is already done. We might have found support at 97.65. We might be looking at a bend in the end here, if you will, on the 1 minute chart. And if we push up from here, that's obviously bad news for the NASDAQ. So price just pulled back up again to VWAP. So let's see if we have a second opportunity to reject. And another opportunity for me to add a third leg.
Okay, so you would add another leg at the same spot you were just in.
Yep. As long as the candles clearly are closing below VWAP.
I see. Well, I just got a bullish signal starting on the 5 minute for a short-term bounce.
Don't tell me that, Tom.
Well, that to me, that's like usually a good sign. It means that you get the bounce to be able to get in for the flush down.
I see. Okay, I didn't get filled on that leg. The alert didn't trigger. So I'm still only in by 2 legs.
All right, if we break below this 93.414, I'm going to adjust my break even to, not my break even, my stop loss to EVWAP, and that way I don't have to worry about that anymore. Because Bitcoin moving up so dramatically is like nerve-wracking.
All right, so the second 15-minute candle here looks a little indecisive.
Yeah.
It also looks a little bullish, like it found support. I'd like to see it break down from here, but I'm going to keep using the session VWAP as my guiding principle. Sometimes these moves don't happen right away.
It's this bullish signal on the 5-minute that's bothering me.
Okay, I
Not
just got
bullish,
my
no.
third leg.
Oh, you're in. Good.
I'm going to start measuring this from the bottom candle to see if this is a potential up move. I'd like to see this invalidated right now.
Yeah, but Bitcoin moving like it is. What's gold doing? Gold's sideways.
Starting to fall though.
S&P's doji. Like S&P's not even showing the bearishness we're seeing on NASDAQ. Dollar futures are falling.
Interestingly, I've got ES as bullish.
Yeah.
Looking on the 1 minute candle, it's closing above VWAP. So for NASDAQ to diverge would be pretty interesting. Either ES starts to follow it and pushes down with it right now, or this is the wrong move and I'm in the wrong short.
I'm getting out. I don't like where this is at. This is not feeling good to me.
I'm going to let these candles close. I want to see how this continues to form and if we're going to try to test some of these support levels on the higher time frame. But I'm ready to exit with a pretty small loss, very small loss, controlled risk if we close above VWAP here. I have an automated strategy I run on the 5 minutes, which would normally take a long if it closes above or below VWAP with a full candle and the moving averages are in the right direction. Right now, there is a bullish sentiment on my moving averages. So this could take a long if it closes above the above VWAP, the session VWAP, but it hasn't happened yet. And that's looking pretty bearish right there. It's a little congestion. This is obviously looking a little sideways. The strength of the uptrend or downtrend looks about sideways. If I measure the whole thing, yeah, it's kind of a weak trend overall, but still somewhat down. I'm going to make the bet that I'm still in the right position, and I'm willing to pay to find out.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that.
That's candle confirmation right there.
Jiminy Cricket.
So if I head to my dashboard for TradersPost and I hit the all accounts, I can actually see the P&L on all my accounts in one place here. Even on my big Tradeify accounts, I'm up $700 now.
Way to go. Let's see that follow through.
All right, we got a ways to go. That was S1 that we just wicked off of. Oops, wrong direction. Let me pull this guy out here. So there's this crypto bro that lives in this area and drives this little, I don't know. I don't even know what it is. It's like a Supra or something like that. And he's got, he's removed the muffler on his car and it makes an incredibly loud noise. And I know he's a crypto bro because he has Solana on the license plate.
Oh my God. Of course, that to be Solana. I always love seeing the posts of people with tattoos from crypto.
Oh yeah, that's crazy to me. The Bitcoin tattoos were funny back in the day. Not a fan of the strength of this down move just yet. We're at 0.64. We invalidated that attempt at a reversal here, rejected off of VWAP, got a nice candle, but we've bounced right off of S1. So I want to see where we go from here. It feels like a 50-50 shot here that we see a continuation.
Yeah, it worked right into support. Oh, we got Bitcoin hidden resistance.
Come on,
S&P
I want that
starting to
Friday
pull back.
move, Tom. This is going to bum me out. Okay. We're right up against VWAP again. We're going to try this again. I'll continue to see if I'm right on this trade. And I won't get out unless I see a full candle close above VWAP or a strong enough bullish candle that I kind of get forced out so that I can maintain my losses. At this point, though, all the accounts are still in profit. About 145 on the biggest accounts. $19. If we see a close below VWAP here, I might even add another leg. I'm feeling pretty confident today. Oh yeah, go ahead. Pull up just a little bit, and then I'm going to get right in right there. All right, fourth leg added.
Look at Mike's account. I love the green. I love the green.
Now let's see if I can get this to be a really good move. We got 429 left on the 15-minute candle. We're still below VWAP.
Yeah.
The strength of the down move isn't great, but it's improving. Biggest accounts are now up 500. And we're aiming for 1,800 on my Tradeify accounts, but I could make as much as I want today on the Apex accounts. I have several accounts that have no consistency rules for eval passes, so that allows me to pass in one day if I want.
With how sideways the linear regression is, like when you see stuff like this, does it usually break one way or another, or stay sideways for the session?
I don't know if you can see this, but I like to see a Pearson's R of roughly 0.7 or greater. It's at 0.68 right now. I'm not a huge fan of that, but we're still below VWAP, so that gives me just as much confidence. And if we continue to reject off of VWAP and post a bigger down candle from here, then that Pearson's R is going to improve on the next couple of candles. I'm also not seeing, the other thing that I do when I'm measuring regression is measure out the lowest wick of the current candle and see if this is the potential of a new trend forming. But that also needs to have a pretty good Pearson's R, and it needs to break the structure of the current downtrend we're in. This one got invalidated. The previous regression trend got invalidated, and this one's pretty sideways. It's not really spelling out a very strong up move just yet. So I'm not getting scared out just yet. But this will be the fourth time we're going to try to test VWAP again. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. And Bitcoin's now back to... Bitcoin doesn't really correlate the same way.
Did it start to find a high, though? A little bit.
There's still so much room. The problem with Bitcoin is that there's so many shorts that you can't really use it as a signal.
Got it.
I think it's like almost 200 to 1 shorts, so it's like crazy. Bitcoin could rise up to 119.8 in a straight line, like another 10% from here, and still be bearish.
All right, minute 36 on the 15-minute candle for NQ. That would be the first half hour of the session. Let's see where people want to participate here in just a minute. I'm well positioned for a short. Let's see where we go, Tom.
1 minute, 5 seconds left of the candle.
Yeah, that looks like another rejection off of VWAP, but the bulls want it.
They, I mean, certainly do. But the candles that are in right now are very much like what we saw on that blessed day last Friday.
Yeah, and it took a little while last Friday for this move to unfold. It was the same kind of choppy environment. In fact, it even closed above VWAP before we got the move. So I'm anticipating that something similar may happen here before I get my downtrend.
I just wish a sell signal would show up on either the 15-minute or the 2-hour, and it's not. It's not. In fact, I have a buy signal on the 15-minute. Oh.
Okay, here's the 15.
So the previous 15 closed at a doji. That invalidates my buy signal.
The strength of the downtrend is now at 0.59, so I'm losing some steam here. We really need to see a rejection off of VWAP now. I hate it when momentum just dries up like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have to potentially start preparing for an exit.
Yeah.
We're pushing above VWAP. We're pushing off the top of the regression trend. This current trend has now gained in strength. It's at 0.77, and my downtrend has now lost its score almost entirely. So that means that was probably the bottom. And if we now close above VWAP here, I'm going to have to go ahead and kick this position loose.
Yeah.
But if it's anything like what happened last Friday, literally the same thing happened. We had a full candle close above and then a rejection candle slightly above VWAP.
Oh, another buy signal for me on the 15-minute. So I got to go long.
What to do? The throes of a dilemma, Tom.
Well, my account is not anywhere close to being passed, so I'm perfectly fine with blowing it and open up another one. I'm not even on that track. It's an overall neutral with a bullish signal on the 15, so I have no choice but to go long.
Don't like it here. That just wicked a little bit higher than the candle right in the middle of this sequence. I'm thinking I got to get out.
Yeah. To me, the real signal is if it closes above 23,959.
959. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah. So if it closes here and it doesn't pull back on the 15-minute candle, then it's like headed back to bullish.
Let me head back to the 5-minute chart here. This looks like a little bit of a retrace right in the middle again.
5-minute is bearish still.
Yeah.
5 minutes is a pullback. We just got a sell signal on the 1 minute.
I'm going to hold this for just a sec here. I want to see if we hit a new high. I'll pay a little bit more to see if I'm right. Unfortunately, it'll be a little bit of a loss today. That puts me at negative 601 on the bigger accounts. Yeah, that's annoying, Tom. I think that's it for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I took the wrong side. We have a bullish move starting to form now above VWAP. I take the other side. This looks like it could be the beginning of an inversion. Definitely an engulfing candle. We have some room to the upside. Should I very quickly switch my consensus and my bias and try to take the other side?
Well, I did that twice now, and I ended up down severely and lost one of these accounts. So
It's tough to do sometimes. I've already taken quite a bit of risk just to test for that short, and it really needs to be bullish for me to feel good about participating with the same size again. So I'll get my feet wet with a small scalp trade, and then I can add to this if I get more confident that this is a real bullish move.
the difference I have here is that, well, actually, you know what? Let me just save this and refresh. Yeah, I'm looking at what happened last Friday, and it's still the same thing. We're still in that same feeling. It's just if this candle in 9 minutes closes green, then it's completely different than it invalidates last Friday's case.
Well, we've got a little bit of room before we hit the 0618 retrace here on this move in the electronic session. That's at 988. We're just now touching the 0.5 line. I think it's possible that we retrace a bit of this move and then attempt an extension to the downside.
What was the news last Friday?
There wasn't any. That was the part that was confusing.
We're not near any serious support. I don't like this long even I'm up on this long. I don't even like it.
Yeah, this is helping a little bit. Let me move this out of the way for a sec. Bring this down. We're not selling anytime soon. I have another buy prepared a little bit lower here at 951. And again, I'm just keeping my risk small because I've already lost a fair amount today. All right. So there's two scenarios here. We can push higher. We can hit the 0618 at 988. We could reject off of that and actually form a Fibonacci extension. So that would be, here's the high, here's the low, here's the midpoint, and that actually pushes us down to S2 like we've been discussing. That's a move down to 23,800. So that seems like a possible setup, but we have to see how bullish this really is and if we can push beyond that 989 level.
My two issues is that Bitcoin's going up, so that's going to push up some of the components in the NASDAQ. And then
what's the relationship there? How does Bitcoin push up the NASDAQ components?
Just the items like MSTR that are any of this properties that have Bitcoin on their balance sheet or whatever can have a move up. I don't have a list of the ones that are affected with that, but there's that as well. But then it also speaks to when the dollar goes down and Bitcoin's going up, it means that dollar down business is like there's a long-term pressure to that, which when I'm seeing the bounce that we just got here in the NASDAQ is like, okay, that's a delayed bounce that we can see here. So it makes me think we do have that upward pressure now of liquidity coming into the market. Gold's not going up. So when dollar goes down and gold's not going up, it means it is actual liquidity for financial assets as opposed to the devaluing of the currency.
Got it.
Or the reverse.
Is that the rejection candle?
So I just got 3 sell signals on the 1 minute. Oh my God. You know what? I'm out of this. This is ridiculous. I'm not going to sit around here with this. I'll just take my profit and think about what to do next. Because that is rejection on the building on the 1. But we didn't get the 88. We only got the 77.
We did not. We wicked at 77, as you said, and we needed to get to 89, but that's just shy of the 0618. If this is the rejection candle, then my short was right and I got out too early.
Well, I am interested in building a short here. So I'm going to try that again.
So it just wicked off of VWAP. I want to watch how it behaves here. I've got that long scalp trade that's still open, but it's 20 points of take, 20 points of stop. So it'll stop almost immediately. I'll be out of that position and I'll have to switch gears and reverse sentiment again. But let's see. Oh, look at that. Bounce right off of VWAP. Uptrend is still strong.
Four minutes left for the 15-minute candle.
What are we doing here, Tom? What is this?
Well, I'm currently short, so we'll find out.
So it better be a short, huh?
It better be a short. But you know me, I like shorting above EVWAP and going and going long below it.
I have a tough time with that because bulls could definitely show up here and confirm a bullish sentiment above VWAP.
If doing the other way prevented me from losing, then I would I would follow that. But what happens when I do it this way is that I get more room. I get more room to feel good. As the price moves in my direction.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's buy signal on the 1 minute. Damn.
So I went ahead and added another bullish scalp position.
Yeah, that's a good call. All right.
Because that looks like a confirmation above VWAP here. But let's see where this candle closes. We got 26 seconds left. And I have a hole to dig out of again.
Well, if anyone can do it, it's Mike. If anyone can do it. Okay, another bullish signal. So I'm going long. Flip, 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 flip. My errors in the past have been not flipping soon enough when my signals say.
Got it. Yeah, I'm starting to feel more bullish now. I have those 2 scalp positions open. I've added 1 leg long.
I mean, S&P is up even more.
Yeah, and the S&P was already ahead of the NASDAQ and has been above VWAP almost this entire time.
Right.
Hey, what's up? I'm the Cloth. I'm going to call you Cloth. Are you long or short this morning? We tried the short. It did not work. And so now I'm trying to get unburied from my losses with a reversal to the other side.
If you guys are following the human indicators, what we want to do is do the opposite of Mike in the morning and then do exactly what he does after.
Don't take my first trades. My first trades are always wrong.
But then follow what he does exactly, religiously.
If I say that I have to, if I have losses to recover from, that's probably where the edge is.
Exactly.
Oh man, he says he's both. All right, that's not helpful. I'm just kidding. Okay, I like this structure. I mean, it's still a positive up move. We found the bottom. We're continuing the trend. It's a strong regression trend upward. We invalidated this attempt at a reversal. We're pushing up from here. We have room to go. As I mentioned, the 0618 is at 989. So we have a little room to go before we hit that level. However, anything can happen. Uh-oh. Is that a lower high?
That's a lower high, but it's got to close because we're the last candle on the 15. So
Yeah, 41 seconds. And on the 15, let me go back there. I'm on the 5-minute here. Let me head to the 15. Yeah, I mean, that looks like it found support from the 926 level. It could be bullish, or I'm wrong.
wow, what is happening here? Paint that candle. They want that candle down.
Shop City.
Oh, now gold's moving up.
Gold's above VWAP, pushing upward. The dollar is still finding support there at 997.6, and it looks like it's heading up.
But the dollar move, it's like it's whatever happened previously.
Right.
So like if it was down this morning, chances are for the rest of the day it's bullish for equities. I don't know exactly.
So nobody knows. Nobody's crystal ball is working this morning. Damn it.
Well, my 1 minute just switched to bullish trend. So like not even just a bounce, like full on bullish trend. So let's see.
I mean, I'm still feeling good on the bullish side. Again, trying to use VWAP as my guiding principle has served me well. So I'll maintain the long. I'm not ready to get out of this yet. I'm just not ready to add to it either.
Where did my lo-fi tunes go?
All right, new 15-minute candle. We're about a minute and a half into it. It's starting to push above the wick, the previous high wick. And we need to test that level right there, which is at 976. If we can print a new high here on the 1 minute, then I feel a lot better. Get this out of the way.
Well, I'm full on bullish now.
Looking for shorts below 970. Longs above. Gotcha. And 970 is kind of our confirmation zone here. I want to see a break of that and a continuation.
Just imagine the flush out. Just imagine the candle just drops and it's just red all the way through. Mike's gonna flip stable.
That's terrible for my trading day. I don't want that at all.
Yeah. Well, music decided to cut out completely.
I was going to say, I haven't heard anything in a while. Christopher Nolan disappeared.
Yeah, it won't turn on.
That's a bearish indicator, Tom.
Right, I was about to say. All right.
Okay. We just touched the wick there at 976. True Feedback asks, do you guys ever trade the QQQ? We are trading futures only. This is technically the NASDAQ 100 index futures, which is effectively very close to the price of what you would see on the NASDAQ 100. And the Qs, of course, is a tracking ETF of the NASDAQ 100. So we kind of are already trading that, but the futures market tends to lead the stock market in terms of price action. So quick answer is no. We're trading futures only because we're trading prop firm accounts on TradersPost, and we're scaling accounts on the platform, which is only supported in the futures asset class.
All right.
Okay, so that was the rejection off of 976.
And it's pushing lower.
Is this the red candle you said was about to happen? Thanks, Tom.
Brittle. We're above VWAP still. Let's see.
Oh my goodness.
Well, this is less funny, haha, more funny, boo-hoo. This totally sucks.
I'm adding a second leg. That's the bounce off of VWAP I want to see.
Here, I'll do the music.
Just need something in the background, maybe. True Feedback says, thanks for that information. I've been curious about futures lately. I'll need to do some research on my free time about futures. The one thing I would say is before you get involved is to really study up on the risks of leverage, especially if you open a live futures account, because the costs of drawdown, the cost of losses are more costly than gains are beneficial. If you have a big drawdown in a futures account, you can wipe yourself out very, very quickly. The nice thing about stocks is you don't have the same kind of leverage component, and you can scale into your positions slowly, one share at a time. But in futures, you have a full lot size, and a lot size basically represents the equivalent of buying, over on M and Q, it would be like buying $40,000 worth of Qs, and on NQ, it would be like buying $400,000 worth of Qs. So and if you add another contract, you've just doubled your size again. So the leverage component is great if you're trading, very short term and you've got good edge in your trades, and you're not constantly identifying bad setups like I do every morning. Then you have an opportunity to take a lot of profit in a very short period of time. But that leverage can eat you up real fast, which is why this is a very hard game to play.
To be fair, Mike can find the perfect setups. He just has to be negative before it happens.
Is that what this one is? Because I feel like I'm going to be wrong a second time here. I mean, I'm in profit now. We got the second leg. We bounced off of VWAP. I'm feeling good about VWAP as my guide. It looks like we're starting to see some sort of a bullish move appear on the 15-minute.
Mm-hmm.
So if we move up from here, my resistance now would be the previous 2-hour candle high, which is roughly at 24,041.
Right.
That's a rejection again off of 976. Tom, help me out here. What's going on at 976?
There's nothing there. Something? That's the thing. I don't see any levels there. Nothing. The level is at 990 or 86.
Yeah, we already figured out 0618's at 990. What's going on here with this rejection then?
But Bitcoin is continuous upward march, and our gold is starting to move up as the dollar continues to fall lower on dollar futures. So I'm bullish now. Like, I'm not seeing the bear case here.
Yeah.
Let me see what bonds are doing. What are bonds doing? Bonds are falling.
On the cloth offer the advice to start with a strategy, but don't jump head first. Totally agree. Also, start with just the micros. Do not trade the big e-mini contracts if you're going to do stock index futures. The lot size is just too large. It's $20 for every $1 move, and that's a big amount of movement for a $1 move. So if you start on the micros, it's $2 for every 1 point move, and it's a little bit easier to manage risk if you're just trading one micro at a time. Lots of volume at 970. Agreed. I'm seeing that too on the volume profile separately here, but I'm not seeing the same volume at 976. So it's really what's confusing me. I don't understand why we keep rejecting there.
Come on, Trump. Tweet. No, sorry. What do he call it? He calls it socials or truths? I don't know what they call it.
Truth social? Oh, yeah. They're called truths.
Truths.
Yeah, truths.
Which is so Orwellian. The truths from the Ministry of Truth.
I'm not going to lie. It's kind of ridiculous. It automatically implies that every other platform has something else other than the truth. And I'm not a fan of that. Come on. Okay, so we've dug out of the hole a little bit here. Getting closer to break even. It looks like we're trying to break 976 finally. There it is again. What is with this price?
Was Cloth saying that the volume profile is showing a level there?
Let's pull it in the session volume profile. Point of control is now showing up at 965, but that's what I'm saying. There's not a lot of actual session volume at 976, but for some reason that's the rejection point.
Yeah, in fact, there's like a gap of volume over here at 976 where we're at.
Okay, a couple of my scalp positions just took profit, so that's good. Good news for my longs. And I am in 2 legs of my long position. It looks like both these scalp positions have completed. Yep. So now the question is, where do I add the third and potentially fourth leg if I'm really bullish? I'm not. I'm a little concerned that this is going to be one of those days that I keep trying to build size and there is no move because there's no follow through. We haven't seen much follow through these last several months, and that's what's made trend following pretty difficult. So I try to do more scalping than trend following because that's been helping, but I'd like to see an actual move.
I just got a sell signal on the 5-minute, so follow my rule and exit, even though I don't want to exit. Take my profit there. Oof. Keep going, buddy.
All right, where to add?
Well, we're going to have it pull back soon, so I'm going to be adding at around 23,960 if I can.
960?
No. 970 probably.
970? That's the point of control. That feels about right. I placed mine at 968. Okay, so if this is the bull move for the rest of the session, then this could go as high as I want to see it go to 24,000 at least. The wick high of the overnight candle was 24,044, so we can go a little bit higher than that. Where's Q's usually priced at, by the way? Yeah, it's 583. It's never a same price comparison, but if you do a lookup of the NASDAQ 100 index, that's pretty close to the futures price. And this is what a lot of the ETFs are sometimes built on. The Qs, though, are an interesting one. They actually build their own weighted index of the NASDAQ 100, and it's not price matched to the actual index itself. The ETF has its own price. That's always been interesting to me.
Wow, is that all the pullback I'm going to get?
What's gold doing now? They tried to pull
Gold's
back.
rising. Oh,
Dollar's falling. Well, it had its little move up, and now it's starting to fall.
Right.
Bitcoin's still going for it. I like it.
Oh, we're getting that bounce in the dollar, like you were saying. Do I want to short? I feel like shorting, Mike. Feel like shorting.
You're killing me, bro.
Oh, I've been failing all session, so just do the opposite. But I'm definitely gonna try the short here.
I got a ways to go to break even, so I'd like to see a little more performance out of this trade. Do you still have that additional leg prepared?
No, I'm switch. I closed.
You're switching. You're going short now.
I'm short now. Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Okay, I added a leg. All right, if that was top candle and we're not going to get the up move, then this is the beginning of the downtrend, which may close below VWAP, pulls me out of my position, forces me to go short, and then I'm back to trying to dig out of the hole again.
right. All right, how much time for this last candle? 20 seconds. All right, and I'll soon be done for the day.
Your trend indicator is bullish.
On the 1 minute, yeah.
Yeah,
But it's neutral on the 5 minute and neutral on the 15 minute.
I
But
see.
bullish on the 2 hour. So
Okay, so we're right at point of control right now. Let me put the session volume profile back on. Ooh, HD. What's the HD one? Whoops.
another bounce signal.
So I had
on the
added
1 minute.
my second leg right at point of control. I feel pretty good about that. We're getting that bounce off of POC now. If I check my TradersPost dashboard, most of my positions are up around 200 bucks now on many of the accounts.
I just got a buy signal on the 1 minute. I gotta switch back to.
This keeps
I'm
flipping
just
back
switching,
and forth.
just flipping around. I'm going back to long.
Well, I've been in this position a while now. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to try to stick with it and see if we can ride a little bit further. I don't like HD, just the session volume profile. Interesting. What's the difference, really? I mean, I understand that it's separating the buy side and sell side.
I thought it was more granular on the HD, but that's what you were getting, more lower term.
Let me pull the SVP up on just the standard indicator, and I'll turn off HD.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a slightly different visual. It does. I think you're right. It is more granular, so there's more price points, and the current SVP just buckets the prices more, which is probably better because prices are typically pretty fuzzy. You don't need that much granularity, to be honest. So I agree with you. I like the standard SVP as well. All right, so we got a little bit more of a push here. Again, 989 could be a resistance area. We kind of almost hit it at 985 here. But let's see, we'll do one more test now and see if this is the retrace that could push us back down to the downside. If this is a fib retrace at the 0618. Sorry, let me head back to the 1 minute chart.
Well, if this candle here on the 5 minute gets above 985, then I'm like full on bullish for the whole session.
Yeah, we need to break that 985, 986 level, which would be the Fibonacci 0618 retrace there. Well, that's nice. In at least one account, I'm basically break even. Getting closer. No follow through, Tom. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, bullish trend just got weakened on the 1 minute.
For those that are just tuning in, we are trading across multiple prop firm accounts using the account scaling features of TradersPost. This allows us to send one trading signal from TradingView and trade multiple accounts with different account size rules, different position size rules. Some can be market orders, some can be limit orders, some can be on Project X, some can be on TradeOvate. You can trade up to 50 accounts on our platform, and it's all priced in on a sort of an a la carte basis. So you have a base price plan on the subscription, and then you can add accounts for $4 a month if you use our coupon code that we're scrolling at the bottom, prop scaling 20. That gives you 20% off of the monthly price plans. And then you get even more of a discount if you do the annual plan, another 15% off.
The list of our integrations keeps growing, folks.
Yeah, we got 29 prop firms on our platform now. So I forgot to mention this, but my automated strategy took along at 9:54, about 25 minutes ago.
Hey, that's when my long signal showed up. Great. All right, Mike. I am ready to bounce out.
Okay.
It's always nice to leave while there's some green on the screen.
Some green. We'll see how long I keep it for. But yeah, I think we've covered at least some of the highlights of how we're trading in these positions, how we're setting line alerts and sending those signals off to TradersPost, how we're trading multiple accounts at the same time. If you guys have questions on how this platform works, feel free to reach out to us at support@traderspost.io. Or leave some comments. Keep joining our live streams in the morning. In fact, we have some guests we're going to be inviting on future episodes. I've been talking to Farming Futures, who I've had on our show in the past. Really fun guy. He actually plowed his entire back 10 acres while he did the show with me. And I think he trades while he does that as well. So he's going to be working on the farm while he's trading with us on a live stream. That could be pretty exciting. Looking forward to that. I've just chatted with him on Twitter yesterday. So we've got more exciting price action live episodes coming up. We'll continue to try to find good setups and hold trends for as long as they can offer a trend, and do all of this while scaling multiple accounts at the same time. Today, I actually had 18 accounts set up on the system. You can see from my incoming signals all my entries and exits for the day. Here was the last buy signal that came through. And we also do some really cool things here in terms of monitoring your incoming position. If I send in a position request from TradingView off of those line alerts, I can see how it was executed across all of my accounts. In many cases, I actually got the entry I hoped for. In some cases, if you look really closely at this little pill here, you can see that it showed I had 50 cents of slippage. Here's 25 cents of slippage. Here's $1 of slippage. So just be aware too that, slippage takes place, especially with market orders. But if I want to review all these trades, I can look through each one, see how it was impacted in the account, and then I can exit all these positions at the same time. I manage risk differently in each of these accounts as well. The subscription settings are set up to where smaller accounts trade smaller size and bigger accounts trade bigger size. And that's pretty much it. So Tom, we can wrap it up from here. I will see if there's any trend left here, or if I'm going to be forced out, and we're just going to be in kind of a choppy session here today. I was hoping for better price action than this. What a bummer.
Sure, totally understand that. Well, I just wanted to mention, actually, because I forgot to mention it, that with my friends who trade, I just talked to them last night, and finally it got through in their heads what TradersPost does and what it allows them to scale out, especially
Sure.
with these prop firms. They were going through this whole process of setting up futures accounts and doing this and doing that and the other thing. And I was like, why don't you guys just use TradersPost like I've been telling you in order to do this? So they said, okay, fine, walk us through this again. So then by the end of it, they're like, okay, send me all the price action live videos. How do we sign up? This is the way. They're like, oh my God, we didn't even know this was even possible. We didn't know this is what you were saying.
Right.
So just to show you guys, like, the reason we're doing these the trading sessions every day, it's not just to trade in front of you guys. There's plenty of other channels that are doing that. It's to show you that we're using software that really makes us, it increases our leverage in the way that you want your leverage to increase. You're able to connect multiple accounts together, different asset class, different time frames, different sort of settings, and you can really get something that's far more robust, far more complex, far more interesting than you could do if you're just trading manually on one account on your own. So that's really the point we're trying to get across here.
Yep, I think that's the big thing. That allows me to just focus on my entries and exits and managing a position from the chart instead of thinking about managing multiple accounts at the same time. I am so bummed right now. What is this nonsense?
I know. All right, let's leave it there.
All right.
See you guys, and as always, we'll see you tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we wish you happy trading.
Cheers, everyone.